Diving back into the Eugenia Cooney deep dive, we've got the next video in this series, which is Hard Life Decisions, and in parentheses, Ask Eugenia. So hopefully we'll get more insight on this video. It seems to be more question based, apparently. So let's check it out and see if we can learn anything new.
Hello guys! So recently kind of a lot of you guys have been asking me to make another ask video or Q&A video or whatever you want to call it, and I haven't made one of those videos in a long time. It's actually been a little bit over 6 months, so I
Okay, so it's definitely an ask video, so I guess we'll definitely get some insight here if she's going to answer questions. Hopefully they're good ones and not just things like what's better, dust or lint, which I know the last one was kind of a little bit trash as far as questions went.
figured why not make another one and answer you guys' fabulous questions. Some of them were very hard life decisions, so this may be a little difficult.
If that's true, that's really good because we'll get a lot of insight in that. Okay, let's see.
How to lose your sight or your hearing, which one would you lose? I hate answering questions like this, and if I lost my hearing, I wouldn't be able to do amazing things such as listen to music, but if I lose my sight, I wouldn't be able to look at beautiful things in the world such as Christmas trees. Will you please be my best friend?
So wait, she didn't really answer the question, which is fine. I know that's kind of a difficult question to answer, but it does say hard life decisions. So is she just going to ask the questions or is she going to answer them? Also, I will say quickly, I don't think that this is a BC video, or it doesn't seem to be, because it just seems to be themed about the questions. I don't see her showing off or anything like that. And she does seem pretty covered for the most part.
Yes? Weird question, but I need to know. Hairy pickles or fluffy bananas?
Okay, these are the kind of questions I mean. Like, why waste time asking these questions? I feel like a lot of fans will just like throw out any question just to be kind of included or acknowledged. And there's like no depth to them and like nobody wants to know the answers to them. And it kind of sucks that they always end up in these kind of videos where it'll just be like some goofy question with like no real answer. Like, we want the hard hitting stuff. We want journalism here. We want insight.
They both sound kind of weird, so I don't know, I guess I'll go with fluffy bananas because I don't usually like hairy things. I mean, unless it's hair in my...
I will say though, this is like a weird question, but I will say it's kind of interesting that she had a food based question and she actually answered it. I know it was a goofy one, so it wasn't real, but normally, typically, if she's asked anything about food or drinks or anything, she normally will just be like, "Oh, well, I don't really like those," or "I don't really eat those." So it is interesting that she answered this question, but I think it's because she couldn't eat either one anyway.
my head basically. Do you ever play video games that are not on the iPhone? If so, what are they? I think Pokemon's cool, like the Hedgehog's really fun, and Kingdom Hearts is pretty fun too, so those are a couple I've played. Panic
Yeah, it wasn't Kingdom of Hearts like a big game she played like later on. I think I remember that.
at the Disco or Fall Out Boy. Why would you ask me a question like that? These are top like questions. I can't answer that. For real, I love them both so much. I don't know, because they're both amazing. You could hang out with any famous...
Okay, so she's back on the goofy grind and she's being dramatic and theatrical, so she's clearly in one of those moods, which she seemed to have back in the day. I don't know when she loses it, but it'll be interesting to see when she stops behaving like that.
person, who would it be and why? Definitely Dr. Phil, to help me make tough life decisions such as Panic at the Disco or Fall Out Boy. Outfit of the day, you can...
I mean, funny, but wait, wasn't there like a thing where Dr. Phil allegedly asked her to actually appear on his show, but she turned it down? I think I heard that she was actually supposed to be on Dr. Phil. It was something like that. I know she ended up, I don't think she herself ended up on the doctors, but I know like her story ended up on the doctors. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they asked her to be on Dr. Phil and she declined. So it's just kind of interesting that she brought him up.
the day. You can see my shirt right here. It's this nice shirt with stars on it, because stars are pretty amazing and all.
And see, this is kind of another thing how you can tell she wasn't really. I know this might seem kind of sus, but I don't think she was really be seen because she gets asked after the day and she seems kind of like, well, I guess I'm wearing this shirt. Like, it's not like it would be nowadays or even like probably earlier this year or last year, or whatever, or like the year before that, when she was like full on showing her outfits in like very revealing clothing, like obvious to be seen. Like here, she just seems pretty covered. Her clothes are baggy. It's not that revealing. Like she's pretty clothed. I mean, obviously you can tell that she's pretty small, but she's pretty clothed for the most part. For the most part, it's not like tight fitting. It's not a tight fitting outfit or anything.
Basically my outfit, so hopefully you can see it alright. Justin Bieber or One Direction? I'm going to go in the direction of One Direction. Do you enjoy sponge baths? Well, actually, I've never taken a sponge bath before. I usually take regular baths, which I do enjoy. Let's find out if I like sponge baths.
I will say most of these questions just seem to be goofy. I really hope that she gets some more serious questions going forward. I don't know why YouTubers in general always do this, where they pick like the most just they pick the most ridiculous questions to answer. I guess it's for like the whole like, oh, I'm goofy, I'm going to answer these goofy questions, but like nobody wants to know the answers to these. We want to know the real answers.
Baths. So this may not be a sponge, but it's the closest we're gonna get, so we'll just use this. Haha. It's really cold. I kind of think I may prefer regular baths. Guess if you didn't have a regular bath and you just had a sink, then I guess my monkey friend right here would do. Do you do anything special on New Year's Eve? Yes, totally. I throw a big party with party hats and everything and just have a nice big party here in my room, basically. Yeah. Craziness. Are you going to the...
I feel like she's doing this thing where she's like being goofy, but she doesn't really seem to have the energy for it like she typically does. I don't know if I'm overreading into that too much, but she just seems like she's trying to put on the goofy persona, but it's not quite reaching its full potential.
Amblin 3 concert. I'm not going to the Amblin 3 concert, but if you are, then have fun! Have you Pokemon X or Y? Because I have 5 IV Adamant Gibbles for trade with Rough Skin 31-31-31-X-31-31 with egg moves. I don't have either a new Pokemon, but I've played my brother's older Pokemon from a couple of years ago, and it's so much fun, and now I want to buy the new one. Sorry, Pikachu. Are you
She does seem to, I notice when she's like naming games, they all seem to be like old school. She seems like an old school game player or an old school gamer.
going to Playlist Live? And if so, can I meet you and take a picture? Yes, I am going to Playlist Live. I would love to meet you and take a picture. Besides making YouTube videos.
Okay, so she's gonna go to another one of those live events like she did last time. I guess we'll see how she behaves in that one. Remember, the other one, she was really outgoing and extremely engaging and very friendly and just very not shy at all. She was very, very on her A game, performative, had no shame. I wonder if she'll be that way this next time.
What do you really enjoy doing? I like to make friends with the trees here, as you can see by my tree. I like to play with snow globes and stuff. And I like to walk around with boots in my hands and, you know, basically confuse people and make them wonder why I'm wearing boots as a glove.
I don't know why this is reminding me, if anyone's seen the Addison Rae music video for Diet Pepsi where she has like the shoes on her hands and it's just like the weirdest video ever. This is giving me those vibes.
Basically. What is one world in the USA you would like to travel one day? If you mean state, how about Wisconsin? I don't know if there's much there, but you know, it's a cool place with cool people. Would you rather never sleep at all or sleep all the time? I would rather never sleep at all. Then I'd be like some kind of cool vampire or something. Favorite memory of 2013?
Another thing I have to mention here is that she clearly has way more to say than she does typically nowadays, like still at this point. Because remember, we've been doing how many of these videos? Like about 10 or so. And I've pointed out that she's been really thoughtful and considerate and like all her answers to things or like all her jokes will be kind of long-winded or not so short. Like nowadays she'll just be like, she'll just say like a few words at a time and then kind of just give up and none of her thoughts seem to go further than the surface of what she just said. These ones will be like all intricate and complicated and like her thoughts have like little stories and extensions to them. So I do think it's interesting that at this point she was still very that she still had a very vast vocabulary.
When Fall Out Boy followed me on Twitter. What is your favorite band of all time?
Ooh, Fall Out Boy followed her on Twitter. I wonder if it was because they knew who she was in 2013 or she was just a fan and they followed her back. That's interesting. Would love to know more about that.
FOB. How did you know that? You must be psychic or something. Do you like pie? If so, what kind? Yeah, I like math pie. 3.14 pie. Would you rather eat...
Okay, so this is interesting. These are going to be some food questions, and she turned the pie one into a math joke. So she didn't really answer it. That's interesting because we do know she likes to avoid the topic of food. So let's see what she says about this one.
someone's leg hair or someone's armpit hair?
Okay, never mind. I didn't read the question. I just realized it wasn't about food at all. Never mind. She's obviously not going to answer that.
Well, I mean, those both sound pretty disgusting, so I really wouldn't want to do either, but since I'm assuming I'm kind of having to pick, I guess I will choose someone's leg hair. The Phoenix or the Mighty Fall by Fall Out Boy. These are more very, very hard life decisions here. Because seriously, every song by Fall Out Boy is amazing.
I've been clickbaited so hard here. I really thought that we would get like really hard life decisions, but it was like sarcastically said and written the whole entire time. What is wrong with me?
I love all their songs. The Phoenix though is seriously like one of my favorite songs ever by them. So I would choose that by a little bit, but the Mighty Fall is amazing too. Make a twerking video. And would you rather be able to talk to ghosts or have a pet dragon? I would rather be able to talk to ghosts because ghosts seem awesome and I've actually kind of always wanted to see a ghost. I already made a twerking video. Do you want me to twerk again for you or something? Well, alrighty. You asked for my horrible twerking. For real though, I feel like twerking is getting kind of old.
Ooh, look at her. She's like, nah, that is outdated. She about to hit us with a new dance move? I think she's over her Miley Cyrus era. Although she did stick out her tongue like 3 times in this video, so maybe not.
And I think I may need to show you guys a new dance soon called the Tootie Top.
Elbows back, feet apart, knees together, bottoms up, tongue out, eyes shut, turn around.
Definitely the next dancing craze.
What was that? Was that like a real thing that was happening back in 2013? Someone has to let me know.
What do you think of Panic at the Disco song? There's a reason these tables are numbered, honey. It's actually, there's a good reason these tables are numbered, honey. I love that song so much.
Damn, drag. She knew it. What a stan.
Basically, any song by Panic at the Disco is amazing. I think that it's the new cancer and it's never looked better and I can't stand how amazing it is. That was so corny. I'm sorry. What eyeliner do you use?
Wait.
I use this eyeliner. That was so corny. I'm sorry. What eyeliner do you use?
Oh, she called herself corny. I thought she called someone else corny. I was like, damn, look at her go.
I use this eyeliner by Shu Yumura. It's a gel eyeliner. I like it because it's really dark and I like my eyeliner to be really dark. Who's the coolest person you've ever met? My mom. Favorite drink?
Ooh, that is a really interesting insight there. I don't know if she's trying to be sarcastic and be like my mom as if that's like a dorky response, but I do know she like, or we've heard that she idolizes her mother from like Jacqueline Glenn, her former friend. So that would be really interesting and kind of shows that her mom has more influence over her life than we even think, if she genuinely does think she's like the coolest person she's ever met. But I can't tell because this whole video is so sarcastic. But I would not be surprised to know that was true.
Blood is my favorite drink. Can you put me in your video? You're in my video. Do you have any Christmas holiday traditions? Well, I decorate a tree every year. There's a lot of decorations outside my house. I always like to, go visit my friend Santa, to go hang out with his elves and make some toys with them and go play in the chimney with Santa Claus and...
This is what I mean by her having so much to say and her being able to string together more than just one sentence. Like, look at, I know this is so like small, but look at how far she takes her jokes. Like, it's not just a 1-note joke. It'll go to like 3 notes. And I just don't think that nowadays she would be capable of that. It's just really interesting how, I hate to say it, but like how cerebral she was.
Yeah. I like to wait outside this window every year just hoping for a glimpse of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then I usually end up crying in this corner here because Rudolph never comes. I wait for him every year and I never see a glimpse of Rudolph. be best friends? Yes.
Again, that's what I mean about the complex jokes and how far she goes into it and how much energy she gives it. Granted, I don't think she could give much energy nowadays, but she was so full of it back then. I'm so eager to see like when this changes. It is really sad.
Yes, we can. If you had to date one member of O2L, who would it be? I don't know, I kind of feel like I'd want to like get to know someone before I date them, I think. They're all amazing, so, you know, there's no bad option there. So those are all the questions I'm gonna answer today. Thank you guys all for...
She does seem to though have her nice persona still, where she's like, oh, there's no bad option there. Like she clearly doesn't want to like hurt anyone's feelings. I think maybe it's starting to start. I might just be overreading into that. But like I remember before she would call things annoying or like she would kind of be more aggressive or like edgy with what she was saying. But now she's kind of like, no bad option. Like everyone's cool, everyone's amazing, which is like her persona nowadays. So I wonder if she'll start to lean into that more now. We'll have to see going forward.
Sending me questions and stuff. That's really nice because I seriously kind of thought maybe nobody would ask me any questions. If you liked this video, give it a like. That would be amazing.
I mean, they kind of didn't ask her any questions because all the questions were just like basic, like little goofy questions, which, like, granted, we have to remember that at this time it was probably just a bunch of like 12 and 13-year-olds watching her. So that also makes sense. Like, no teenager is going to ask some serious life question or like want to know something in depth. So it makes sense that all of these were just bogus questions. But it is kind of like, ugh, I wish they would have asked something real because there's only so many times you can hear questions like, which would you prefer? An egg banana or a banana egg? Like,
I'll see you guys next time. So I hope that you have a wonderful day or night. If you're watching this on Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Bye everybody. I love you more than I love ceilings.
yeah, so again, it was just like her goofy persona, just a goofy video in general. Um, Her bio says, question and answer video. Thank you all for actually sending me questions. I was afraid no one would, and that would have been awkward. Ha ha ha. Anyways, a lot of these were very difficult to answer. The pressure was on, but I attempted to answer these difficult life choices to the best of my ability. Let's be best friends. I want to see what the comments say, but I'm pretty sure that they're not going to be from the time that the video was. Oh, look, the first comment was from 8 years ago, which was like well after this video was made, because the video was made like 11 years ago. It says, I literally choked on my drink when she said she would love to hang out with Dr. Phil. Didn't she deny his request to have her on the show? That's what I thought. So that's good confirmation. That's what I thought. Oh, and then someone else said, this was like 4 years ago. Someone said, back when someone asked her to see her outfit and she didn't stand with her whole body in the camera checking forever. Wow, she really does have a vibrant and fun personality here, which makes me sad because she's lost all of this light inside her. I really hope she does recover because the world needs more of this fun personality in it. And that is the sad part of this, is that, sorry, I was reading the comments. This is the sad part of it, is that she's not the same person that she was. And I know people grow and change and they become different people, but there's a difference between growing and changing and becoming a different person and just losing your personality altogether and becoming like a former shell of yourself, which is just honestly just concerning and heartbreaking. So I understand that people can watch these videos and be like, wow, she had so much life in her, or wow, she had so much energy, she was so funny, and then compare it to how she is now, where she barely speaks about anything other than like Jeffree Star and makeup, or how she you never see her personality really. Like, she'll never crack jokes, she'll never do anything except kind of answer, not even answer the chat, just like read the chat and then like make a small comment toward it. So I completely understand why people are like, wow, this is what she used to be like, because even when we first went back, we were so shocked at the drastic change in her personas, like how she was then versus how she is now. It's just like night and day. It's really shocking. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see as we go on when this change happens. Like I said before, will it be overnight? Will it be a gradual change? I can see like tiny hints of her. She went from extremely goofy in the beginning to there's like tiny hints of restraint or hesitation or tiny specks of like introverted behavior, and she almost seems a little sad at points, like she's trying to force herself to perform. So it'll be interesting to see as it goes on when the performance completely stops. So if you want to check that out, stay tuned with us.